Okay, checking if we are live. So there might be a bit of a lag with the audio. And we're live. Hi. Today we're going to discuss about the speed bumps. So speed bumps are the authority killers. They kill your credibility as a manager or as an expert. So sometimes you feel like you have the expertise, like you have 20, 30 years of experience, but when you're speaking with a foreigner, you feel like your tongue is going back. And this lesson is specifically for Thais because recently we have Thai clients in our English crew coaching service. And even though you feel that you are an expert, you still stutter and you don't know the words, the next group of words that you're going to say. And you're afraid that you will sound like a child or someone who is not credible enough, or maybe you're fearing that you will sound like a student. And that's normal, especially in the professional world if you will be expanding your brand or if you're going to deal with other customers from around the globe or around the world. It's very important for you to be aware of these speed bumps. And I created this video because with the recent audit that we did for the past few weeks, I noticed that Thai people have this tendency to be unaware of these speed bumps. So let's discuss. Okay, I'm very familiar with this because my father is Thai, and my mom, she's from the Philippines, and we also have different challenges in that region. But we're going to specifically discuss Thai speed bumps. So if you're a manager, you're familiar with this. The S trap. So we hate this. If the S is towards the end of the word, we tend to mispronounce it, and instead of sounding like letter S, it sounds like letter T. So example will be Businet. So I have a Businet for 20 years. So instead of Businet, you think of the S word all the time, like s, s. So try to do it slowly, like business, business. Again, business. Okay. So it's the slip of the tongue, and that happens all the time. Business. Okay. So it's not business. It should be business. So I run this business for more than 20 years. I run this business remotely, and I run it via Zoom and Google Meet. So I meet my staff and the other part on the other part of the globe via Google Meet or Zoom calls. So I run my business. Again, business, business. Okay, so try to do it slowly and try to pronounce it every day. Like try to enunciate the word like clearly. It should be business. And then one more tip is that you use it in a sentence or a phrase. Okay, so I run this business. I manage this business. I co-founded this business. Okay, business. Okay, it's not business. Number two, the rising tone. So in English, native speakers, we for native speakers, they also have a rising tone towards the end, and we call that uptalk. For uptalk, it may sound like a question, and you're not sure about what you're trying to say. So you cannot convey your message if you're always doing up talk. That's okay if you're asking a question. Okay. So recently with our clients in the audit, I often hear them saying customer and foreigner. Okay, so sometimes they even have this hand gesture or raising their shoulders. So to avoid that, think of a downward hill. So it should be customer. Again, let's do that. Customer. Three times. Customer. Customer. Okay, so it should be customer. So the secret is you give emphasis to the first syllable. So customer. Customer. Okay. So first syllable. So you have that stress on the first syllable. Customer. Then foreigner. Again. Foreigner. 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 Foreign country. Foreigner. Okay. So it should not be, instead of customer, you say customer. And foreigner, not foreigner, you say foreigner. Foreigner. Okay. So that's the second one. Third one is vague vocabulary or choice of word. Instead of saying I do stuff, I do some stuff, be clear. You say I implement strategies. So when you say implement, it's like it's not just a plan. So you plan first and then you implement. Okay, you do it. And implementation or implement is a more professional word that sounds like you're a global leader. So in Thailand, we love implementation. So we always implement. We don't just plan. We make things happen. So you say, I implement strategies. So you can use this in marketing for strategy. The word strategy is always used in marketing because in your marketing you have strategy. So you don't just have a tactic like you think this will work or that might work. So you have different strategies. So you implement those strategies. So these are the three speed bumps that you need to be aware of if you would like to expand your business and connect with clients from around the world. So be aware of these speed bumps. So just to recap, instead of words ending with S, instead of pronouncing them like T, so instead of Businet, you say business. Again, business, business, business. So that's the S trap. So it's not just business. I remember like a few years ago when we worked as a teacher in the southern part of Thailand, we had a high ranking teacher, and she kept on telling us this story when she worked in the UK. So she was like a chef or in the food business. She worked in a hotel, and she kept on saying that she's proud that she cooked the roast beef very very nicely done and so juicy. So my wife and I, we were teacher Jonah was wondering what is she saying, roast beef, roast beef. So we didn't know, and that's the thing. If you are in Thailand for a few years, like 10 to 15 years, you will get it. But if you just came here or you just came to a country and you just arrived, you still have that foreign ear, so you're not familiar with the mispronunciation. So we figured it out when she said that it's so tasty and the meat is juicy. So I said, oh, it's roast beef. So it should be roast beef. Okay, so you need to avoid that. So S at the end of the word should be pronounced as S, not T. Okay, so business, business, business. Again, number two is the rising tone. Instead of customer, you say customer. Again, customer, customer. Okay, and foreigner, 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 foreigner. Okay, so it helps if you take a look at the positioning of my teeth and mouth or tongue. Customer, foreigner, foreigner, okay, foreigner. So the G here is silent. And vocabulary, be clear and sound like someone with authority, with a right or correct vocabulary. So instead of saying I do stuff, I implement stuff. So I implement, you do it. Before you after you plan, you implement those things that is in your mind that you think will benefit the business or your service. So you implement the strategies. So for industry, our friends in HR, we have friends in HR too. So you say we implement the policies like quickly. So we write the policies and we implement it. So you do it. You apply. For marketing, you implement the marketing strategies. So you have different marketing strategies. Okay. And if you are in other fields like IT, yeah, you can also use this. I implement implementation of the codes, right, on the server. So you implementation or deploy something like that. So we use that. So you implement the rules in your office. Yeah, it's for there's a new rule, so you implement the rules, implement the strategies. All right. And that's it for today. If you are not happy learning via video, we know that YouTube cannot hear you. So if you need one on one coaching, you can always connect with us. You just click the link in the description below, and there's a link there going to our Calendly. You will see the available time and just select your most convenient time. Okay, so it will be like a 15 to 45-minute audit, and it's free. So take advantage while we are we are we have we don't have a lot of customers right now. So take advantage because in the future I'm sure it will be full packed. Okay, all right. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.